morning everybody, and welcome back to the Falcon 64 project. Today I have a new project for you today. I'm going to start the process of removing the old cowl. So let me show you what we got going on. I want to start this off first off with telling you that you need to remove your windshield. I have a video for that and I'll link that. Also, it'd be easier if you remove the hood. So I got that already removed off, and that is in another video I did when I did the fenders and the hood. So just go back and you'd find that if you need information on that. So this is what I'm dealing with. As you can tell, this one is pretty rotted out. You can tell that it has been repaired in the past. Somebody's slid a piece of metal up underneath here, as you can tell, and they have used Bondo all up in here. And since then, it has rotted out. Again, it's rotted out here. And then over on this side, again, you can see rotted out, and you can tell where somebody's come along with another piece of metal and put this chunk in here and had it over here. They use sheet metal screws in it to tie it all together. Anyways, so the process I'm going to be using is I have to come through here and clean this off with a wire brush first. And what I'm trying to do is I'm going to get it down to all these little spot welds. Like right here. As you can see, there is a bunch of them. So I'm going to wire brush this down first. I'm going to use a air die grinder with a wire brush attachment on that. And then same goes through here. Even though this is already tore apart, I need to do it here to get the little spot welds off of here, because this will come up. Take that out. Try to do that carefully because I haven't been able to locate those. That's another situation I've ran into, is the lower cowl. I don't know how bad it is, but you can see from here it is. These hats are probably rusted out pretty good. I can't see what's on that side. So once I get it off, I'll know what I'm dealing with. I can't seem to find a lower cowl for a Falcon. You can find them for Mustangs all day long, but you can't seem to find them for a Falcon. So anyways, I got sheet metal, so maybe I'll clean it off really good and then sheet metal or weld that in. I've also thought about in some of these areas, like this one right here, doing fiberglass, cleaning that up real good and putting a fiberglass sheet there. I was thinking about fiberglass and the whole thing, just for the water aspect of it, but a lot of people use that PRR, or it's a paint, and I'll probably do that too. It's either that or the fiberglass. But anyways, so again, I'm gonna wire brush these so we can see all the spot welds, and then I'm either gonna sand it or I'm gonna use a drill to drill these out a little bit, and then come along with a chisel to knock these up. So I gotta do, I'm not too worried about here because that's already up. So I gotta do it all the way across the top, and then of course I gotta get this chunk up. So I'm doing it all the way across here, and of course I got to get this little bridge basically out of there too, so I can get the whole new piece in. I did find the top one. The best deal I found is on eBay. It's a Dana Corp, I believe, who makes the cowl, and it was $185 delivered straight to my house. There's other ones, but once they add on shipping, it gets up there a little bit. Anyways, I'll video the wire brush, and I'll video the steps. I'm not going to hold you to watching all that because I'm going to have hours worth of work here. So anyways, I'll bring you back when I'm set up, and we'll go along with it. All right, I'm going to start this wire brush. I do say use your safety glasses and gloves when you're doing this. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just using a little die grinder with a wire wheel. Here we go. Alright, I brought you back just so you can see what I'm doing here. Actually, I need to come back and get some of these a little bit more. But basically, I'm just using the wire brush to get it to where I can see the actual spot weld. And then I'm going to come back either with a drill or an air-powered little sander to get these. I'm thinking a 1/4 inch drill bit would just take enough of that off. You're not going way down with it, you're just skimming the weld out so you can get a chisel up underneath it and bust that loop. Anyways, that's what I'm doing, and I'll bring you back when I'm done with all that. Alright everybody, I got the lower half done, along with the top. Again, I was just using the wire brush so I can start seeing all the spot welds. What I'm going to try first is a 1/4 inch drill bit. That way, just beat it out enough to hopefully weaken that so I can get a chisel and start hammering it up a little bit. That way we can get it lifted up. If I have to, I'll whack it down and cut it off. I'm not too worried about that. But I wouldn't mind just getting it all off in one piece and seeing what's underneath there and what I'm gonna have to deal with. Anyways, let's start on that. One thing I started realizing while I got in there and started really using the wire brush is respiratory protection. I could smell that paint and crap under, you know, just not without a mask. So something to think about too. They do help on protecting your respiratory system. Anyways, I'll show a couple drilling these out and getting it up, and then on this one panel here first, and then I'll start drilling them all and bring you back. You don't want to do that, that's too far. Alright, let me go see if I can get a chisel and a nail and a hammer. Well, I believe it's going to take a little extra drilling here. Damn it. Boy, it doesn't take long to get through that. Don't do as I do. Put too much effort in it, bam. Alright, got an air chisel. Well, I got it off. Really did not come out the way I wanted it to. Had a hard time getting up underneath these to sit there and pop it off. The rest of them should be pretty easy because they're flat. I'm hoping. But of course I got this one still too, so I mean, at least this one is a little bit more not in the corner, but this one's already rusted out in places, so I was hoping to find other of these that sit there and that I could buy new ones. If not, I'm gonna have to find me I'm gonna have to take a piece of sheet metal, flatten this out, make it perfectly flat, and then draw it out on another one, cut it out, and then hopefully get the bends right. That could be done too, and I might try that if I can't just find an easier, you know, pick it up and purchase it type of deal thing. Anyways, that was that. Now I'm gonna start working on some of these down here on the bottom. Try to work out my technique a little bit better before I end up on the top, where it's a little bit more important, I think. Anyways, I'll bring you back after I get some done and moved along. Alright, so I started all these off with a 1/4 inch. That's what I did these others. There really wasn't much material that got removed, so I moved up to a 3/8. Again, all I'm trying to do is remove some of the material, so it'd be easier to bring that weld. All right. Now you see it's coming up a lot better. And you know, this doesn't matter so much because we're not saving this, so I don't care if that bends up. These little bridges, I was really hoping to save those. So, and obviously, you know, looking at that sucker afterwards, there's no saving it. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna keep on doing, trying to get it rolled up. Actually, what I decided to do is come back, and I'm gonna take the grinder and cut it across the top and just try to get this piece out. At least that way I'll be able to get my chisel in from the other side where it's already lifted up a little bit and it's not so flat. And I'm gonna give that an attack and see how that works out. I'll bring you back when I get that done. So here we go, after we just removed that top. This is just full of leaves. Let's go check the other side. This one is not. I did clean out this heater box before, so that's where most of all that went. But as you can tell, I got some rust. It's really not as bad as I thought. I probably can get away with really cleaning this up, painting all the center section, and fiberglassing the hat along with this too. I don't know. I'm gonna wait until I get it all finished up with as far as cleaning all the mating surfaces up. I might also have to put a piece of sheet metal in here and then have it bent and weld that in and then weld it in up top. That part's not too bad. It'll need to be cleaned up and obviously painted. This side for sure gonna have to put a piece of sheet metal here and another one across here and bend that up. I might even do that on the corners. Anyways, I'm gonna get this all cleaned out and start back on removing the flange part of it. I'll bring you back. Okay, just want to bring you back up the stuff. I'm gonna finish up for today. Typically all I do is from like 9 to noon in this Florida heat. But anyways, so what I've been doing is, of course, I drilled out the spot welds drilled them close. And then I sit there and take the little grinder and grind them down even farther. And then I've been taking it up with the chisel and hammer, and some with the air chisel. But that all came up pretty good. Obviously it needs to be cleaned up even more for the next weld that's coming in for the top half. But I still got this to take up, and of course clean all this up. And I got to remove this and see how much lasts after I get that done. The other side, same thing. All this needs to be cleaned up, and I might look at seeing if a Mustang hat would be the same, or if I could use that to make this work. Anyways, for today that's it. I'll bring you back when I start the top half and finish up the cleaning up on that. By removing this center section, it made it a lot easier to get this one little section up. Basically this took me about 30 minutes to get that up once I got this out. And again, those holes were already kind of drilled, so I just kind of cleaned them up with that little grinder, and that definitely helped out. I'm gonna do that on this top half. You know, I'm more worried about this top half because this is where the window sits. I know that really none of this should move too much. Might be banging on it, but anyways, I'm gonna be less radical on it than I am on that for sure. Anyways, I'll bring you back when I start this top half, which will probably be tomorrow morning or so. Hey everyone, this is Daryl back with the Falcon 64 project. In this video I've been going over removing the upper cowl on the 64 Falcon. I showed you earlier how I was doing it down here on the bottom, where I was sitting there and basically using a 3/8 drill, drilling down, and then I'd take a grinder and try to grind the head of it off and then pry it up. The next day I went to work and was talking to a buddy, and he recommended that he saw. It's a spot weld cutter, goes on your drill. I picked it up off of Amazon for 17 bucks. It comes with this and a number of heads and the cutter. Anyways, I was playing with it here, and I just want to show it to you because this is my last part of removing the upper cowl. Basically what you do is you come along through here with a punch and make your center point in the middle of the spot weld, and then you come with your cutter and you just sit there, and you don't want to go too far with it because you can see what happens when you go too far. I had one out of all of them go all the way through, wasn't paying attention. Anyways, you put the tip in there, and then you just start off, run it down, and it cuts a perfect circle right around the spot weld. So when you get done with it, you have those little tips that you have to grind off. So here I am, I've got them all cut, and brought y'all back to see how this pops off. And you see, this thing, it took me, I want to say, an hour and a half just to get the bottom done, and this has saved me. I've been out here for 15 minutes messing around with it, just seeing how they go, and it's just popping right off, as you can see. For the 17 bucks, it is definitely worth it to save the time. Anyways, I'm gonna get this off. I'll bring you back at the end of it. Really, I just want to say I'm impressed with this thing. Basically, if you get it perfectly centered on it, it ends up right off. I mean, bam, done. I mean, obviously I got some cleanup to do. I gotta get, you know. But basically, you just grind those off, and then when your new piece comes in, made it to it, and re-weld it. Well, that completes the removal of the upper cowl. I'll be filming some of the repair work that I got to do around these hats, and obviously the paint and then the cleanup, the prep work. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you got any questions, please hit me up. Again, I picked that spot weld cutter up from Amazon. Came in a nice little case. Want to say it was 17, 18 bucks, and I'm a Prime member, so I had it the next day, and definitely a time saver. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day. Catch you later.